I am playing the Rogue Prince of Persia on my Nintendo Switch 2. I just gotta say right off the bat, it was the art style that really made me want to play this game, and also the fact that it's a Prince of Persia game. I love Prince of Persia Sands of Time, one of my favorite games ever, and I was crushed that Ubisoft decided to cancel the remake of Sands of Time. But luckily, we have gotten some good Prince of Persia games in recent years. First of all, The Lost Crown, although it wasn't a commercial success, people loved that game. And now here we have the Rogue Prince of Persia, which came out for the Switch 2. And the first thing I noticed, other than the art style obviously, is this game runs so smoothly with the controls. Like the parkour, the jumping, the combat, the movement, everything is like buttery, silky smooth. The only part at the beginning, and this is the beginning of the game by the way, the only part that I had to practice is like this, what you see right here. See the footsteps across some of the walls there? Like, you can run across the walls and you can run up too. So on my Switch 2, I'm using like a third-party controller, so I mean I'm hitting the right trigger to run. So they say hold ZL, that's what they're saying, to run across it. But you see, you got to press B, then ZL, then B again. So B, I think, is jump, then run, then B to jump again. So the beginning of this game is sort of a little bit of a tutorial about how to handle the parkour and stuff. So you can run up walls and then jump from beam to beam here. And also, I gotta say, the soundtrack. I know this is only the first song of the game, but it's good stuff with the music, and by all accounts, the soundtrack, the full soundtrack, is amazing. So that's another reason I wanted to play this game. So this is for those people who have played the typical Prince of Persia games, like the old school ones. This won't be, well, I mean, I should say it is somewhat of a departure, because I mean, this is a modern day Prince of Persia game. But you know, there's a story about like this guy's relatives got attacked by the Huns, and I think he's going to find his family. That's like, I think your first objective is to go. Well, maybe not your first objective, but that's basically what he's doing here. Is he's going to. Oh, whoops! By the way, I thought that I was gonna die right there when I just took that huge dive, but no, apparently not. So, if you notice in the upper left, my health bar has not been affected. But yeah, so I mean, the story is we're in the early goings here, but I think he's looking for his family right now. But he's supposed to go to the top of a hill. So we have to find wherever the top of this area is. Maybe there is somebody there who can speak to us about what's going on. Yeah, there seems to be some kind of war going on. That involves the Huns and the Persians. And this guy's supposed to save everybody. But as you can see, as I'm starting to get used to the controls over here, everything's real smooth, and there's multiple ways to get to each point. So like right here, that you can't get up that way. So you can do wall jumps. You can jump, like if there's like a narrow opening, you can, you know, do that like wall jump, like jump on one wall, hit the other wall, and go up. And you can see all those footsteps that go all the way up. You can run up that whole thing. Now, I haven't faced any combat yet, and I don't think I have any weapons yet. Possibly, maybe I do. Maybe I have a sword. I know you can kick things. When you're unarmed, you can kick things for sure. But as you go along, you start to gain, oh, here we go, Paachi. So there's this Paachi person who says, I cut it out of this video, but she says that she's come from afar. She's traveled a long way to find this guy, this prince. And then, I paused the game. Oh, I think I was looking at the controls. But anyway, this Paachi person, don't know who she is. She's wearing some kind of mask or something. But she's supposed to help me along the way in my journey. And now I'm supposed to keep continuing here, looking for my family. Okay, so I have to use the Y button to use my main weapon. So see, I'm kicking. Yeah, I just kicked him over and over and over. I don't know if I have a weapon yet. And I don't think I would. Yeah, see, now I'm clicking Y to fight back against this guy. I'm trying to find out how I can get over there. I think I have to do a wall jump or something. Ability and mastering terrain. The prince can use his agility to vault over enemies and exploit his surroundings in order to dodge attacks. Mm-hmm. See, now you have enemies from above that are like throwing these bombs. Okay, so... Okay, so see how my health bar was starting to decline? I drank some potion, but maybe I shouldn't have. I probably should have waited till my health bar was much, much lower, because I know later on here, I needed a potion because my health bar was declining and I didn't have one, and you'll see that. So now they're saying X is kick. See, that's what I was doing before with that first enemy. Was I was kicking. So I kicked that guy. That didn't do enough. Now I have to go fight him. But oh, Mother's soldier's dead. Okay, so this is a bad sign. That strange foreigner Paachi, she spoke the truth. I have missed the battle. Peace and valor be yours, fallen brother, with your weapon. I will avenge you. Okay, so I'm getting double daggers, which are fun to use, and you're about to see why. So I hit R to equip them, and let's try to use them on these enemies right here. See, I can jump down and use them while I'm in the air. Now I gotta go find this guy. Hold oh, so okay, so see that's a special attack. You hold down the Y button, you get a special attack with whatever weapon you're using. And then there you see how I used it to great effect. Yeah, you gotta keep your eye on the health bar, because this guy throwing bombs can do serious damage to you pretty quickly. And then you have other enemies coming. See, I just got hit. See, I'm already at like almost half health. Now I'm less than half health, and I gotta get this guy. Otherwise, he's gonna destroy me. All right, finally. And you got to be careful. Look, there's spikes down there. Any of the people who've played Prince of Persia games, spikes are probably one of the biggest enemies in Prince of Persia games. So see that big drop I did? I got to be careful with stuff like that, because if I drop onto, I could easily drop onto spikes. But one thing that's good about the camera is you can use one of the joysticks to look down and see what's beneath you before you do any big jumps or drop down to anything. Obviously, the way the controls work, it's designed to like move fast through the levels in the game. Another dead soldier. Okay, so but this guy has a weapon too, a bow, and I'm going to use it pretty quickly. Use A, composite bow. Let's equip that. So see, you use Y for the double daggers and A for the bow. There is an enemy over there. See, that's the bow. So now I'm going to shoot at the other enemy. And that was it. One shot, dead. Now I should check, like, once I don't know if there's going to keep... Okay, tools consume a portion of the energy bar after each use. Hitting enemies with a primary weapon will regenerate energy. So the primary weapon we have, I believe, is the double daggers. So you see the bar next to the bow is low. So right now I should be using my daggers. And that, as you can see, it starts refilling that bar next to the bow. Now I'm wondering what will happen when or if I get more weapons. Do I hold on to all of them and I can cycle through them? We'll find out. Protective auras. Certain enemies are protected by a protective aura, making them resistant to attacks and immune to kicks. Okay. Then, yeah, I think you have to break the auras. I think that's the next thing they're going to tell me. You got to break the auras first, and then you can attack the actual enemy. But yeah, so this is basically a tutorial section where you're learning all these little things. Nothing difficult yet, obviously. Use kicks to throw objects and unprotected enemies at a protective aura to break it. Yeah. Okay, so this person has an aura, I guess, and I can kick this stone over to them. Breaks the aura, and now I could use the bow or something to kill this guy. There you go. Done. But remember, there's spikes over there, so you got to be careful when you jump. See? I don't know if, like... Okay, so see there are spikes right there on the left-hand side, too. It's like, I know you won't instantly die with those side spikes. You'll just take damage to your health. But I don't know about the ones, if you just land on the spikes, like, that were in that gap before, would I have died instantly? I don't know, because in previous Prince of Persia games, that is what would happen. You die with one drop into the spikes. So now that I'm geared up with a bow and these double daggers, I can do some serious damage to these enemies now, pretty easily. So now they're throwing a lot more enemies at me because they know I got all this gear now, and these guys have aura too, so that makes them even stronger. And you do get some kind of, I don't know if it's XP or coins or something, but you get something when you defeat these. See, plus 12. You get something when you defeat these enemies. Not entirely sure what those are used for. We'll find out later. Maybe it's to get new abilities and stuff. See, I just bumped into spikes and got hurt. Okay, so I bump into Paachi again. Say I saw the dead soldiers. Somewhere in the city is the family. So that's, I still got to keep looking for them. Okay, check this out. I'm about to enter a new biome. See, this game has different biomes. So that was Zagros village or something. That's the beginning biome. And now I'm going to this other biome called the Ruined Aqueduct. By the way, loading screens. I don't know, what is it with loading screens in games in 2026? I don't get it. How is that still a thing? So this is the Ruined Aqueduct, but we'll save this for another video. That's good enough for today.